You clicked for missiles. You're in the right place. At 14:30, the USS Princeton sees YJ-18s inbound, fast, low, and many. The goal: saturate, confuse, break the shield. We'll walk you through the first 90 seconds, SM-2s up, ESSMs ripple, CIWS spooling, jammers and decoys out, while a Type 039 submarine throws torpedoes at the carrier lane. Can a single cruiser fight air, surface, and undersea at once? Stay here to see where the line bent, where it held, and the one nearby detonation that almost rewrote the war plan. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great! Thank you so much. Now, back to the video. The radar paints a wall, not a dot. That wall matters more than raw speed, because a wall hides angles, steals time, and swamps judgment. At 14:30, Princeton scopes Q on multiple YJ-18s, low over the water, stepped in height, splitting bearings. General quarters hits.
Tensions are rising in one of the most hotly contested regions on the planet, the South China Sea. China's heavy presence in the disputed region is putting the U.S. and its allies on notice. From militarized artificial islands to fighter jets and warplanes.
The ship snaps into layered defense, crew moving on rails. You can hear the nets come alive, consoles lock, and the first solutions harden. Overhead, J-15s idle in a wide orbit while electronic noise blooms across the band. The link floods, more tracks than tubes. First layer must cycle fast or the stack collapses. No one cares about perfect. They care about now. SM-2s go first. Long shield work. They hunt the pop-up phases when sea skimmers rise to correct, then push intercepts into mid-air. Seconds later, ESSMs ripple from the mid-shield, short-turn shots at leakers riding the line where sky meets gray water. Arcs widen as the hull yaws to keep faces on. Here is the squeeze. The YJ-18 cruises slow enough to hide in clutter, then sprints at the end. That sprint chops reaction time and demands bigger miss margins from interceptors in chop. The closer they get, the harder it is to stay clean. Up high, an E-2D stitches the picture, air tracks, surface wakes, emissions all fused and fed as firing cues. Princeton works the quiet, loud balance, keeping low-probability beams and emissions control tight to deny a hard lock, but warm enough to shoot the instant a path opens. Mass beats pride. Salvo math presses seeker confusion, reload gaps, and CIWS duty cycles. You win by getting through the cracks, not by winning a duel. Range collapses. Decoys cut loose, jammers burn. CIWS heads spin and bite, brass piling. Sea state inducting shaves seconds from the clock. One leak is a kill. Most die outside knife fight range. One YJ-18 survives the stack and blows near the bow, a near miss that still hurts. The shield holds, but it bends under weight.
In recent years, Beijing has begun dramatically expanding the two bases to accommodate a growing fleet of vessels and to provide a home for China's new sea-borne nuclear deterrent. On this hill above a luxury hotel is a surface-to-air missile site guarding two of China's most important naval facilities, Yulin and Longpo.
It also offers geographical projection for the People's Liberation Army into the South China Sea region, submarines which can follow down this channel into the really deep parts of the South China Sea, which allow for difficulty in detection.
Meanwhile, the sea below wakes. Torpedoes start walking the carrier lane, and every turn for a missile changes what lives on sonar. What breaks first, the radar picture, the magazine, or the crew? You've got seconds to guess. The answer changes how you fight. Air threats compress from the nose while a Type 039 pushes torpedoes into the carrier lane. Princeton has to shield the flat top and still keep her own skin. Shoreside batteries add fresh sea skimmers from island pads, low and dirty through the clutter. Every spike on the scope steals another sliver of time. The map becomes a triangle kill box. Coast on one side. Hostile air on another. A sub-vector cutting across the base. Each hard turn to keep antennas on target risks masking sonar, and a beam-on moment invites a missile that wants hot metal. Second and third shields go to work. ESSM follow-ups chase literal pop-ups that ride the wave tops. CIWS hammers short bursts when a seeker tries to hug the spray. Soft kill decoys bloom, chaff walls and ECM nudges that tug eyes off steel and onto ghosts. Literal salvos slash the clock. You don't get a long run-up, you get a jump scare at the horizon. Multi-axis timing and pop-up profiles force sensor fusion to sort by geometry, line of approach, altitude gate, closure rate, because origin doesn't matter when impact is measured in heartbeats. Underwater, the fight runs in parallel. A Virginia-class escort hunts the Type 039, towed array listening for that low, careful beat. Torpedo countermeasures spool and standby wires arm. The group shifts lanes to split likely intercepts, trading neat formation for survival. ASW in a missile storm is contradiction by design. The heading that gives radar a clean face can starve sonar. Doctrine rides the seam, speeds that keep the array useful, turns that preserve both pictures, emissions that help without becoming a beacon. A second coastal volley rushes in. CIWS and CRAM trace thin white arcs. Fragments rake paint and dent plates, but damage control shuts and patches fast, and the sensors keep talking. Distributed defense and crew discipline by the carrier time. Jets keep launching. The opposing carrier retreats under guard, hurt and guarded. The price tag is real, and the ledger isn't closed. Modern victory at sea looks like survival under saturation. Air cleared. Hull bruised. Flight ops still moving. That's the bar when salvos come layered and fast. You saw why design is shifting, deeper magazines, smart automation for reloads, and countermeasures that lie better and longer. Damage control isn't an afterthought, it's part of the kill chain. The shield works when the crew and the software keep tempo. What buys more life next round, bigger magazines, better spoofing, or harder ASW? Comment your choice below and subscribe if you want the tactics that decide it. The shield held, but it bled. Next time, the cost curve decides who stays.